Hello, so in this video I would like to make for us a short review of the Divi Language Composer. In this case, Divi Language Composer Orchestra. Basically, Divi Language, it's a music language that I developed. It's music language that should basically provide all the features of the traditional music language and more in a modern, textual, intuitive way. So it was like I thought, how will look a modern language like that? And then I developed it, and that's the result. For example, what we see here, it's a Divi language example notation, and we see here two musical boxes. If you know about music, so basically when you write or read music, you have musical boxes and you have counts. In this case, 4 quarters. So 4 quarters we count like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In every count, in every beat, we play a note. If it's quarters, if that's what's written, and that's what's written here. That in every quarter we will play note. In this case, do, re, mi, fa. So that's what we see here. And here we have two musical boxes, and it starts with this vertical line, and it ends the musical box with vertical lines, and it finishes with two vertical lines. That's the end of the, you can say, the piece that we play. So that's this software. It's on a website. I wrote it together with an AI. This demo I wrote with ChatGPT, the code, and I uploaded it to the web, and you can use it. I will send a link here in the description too. So when you get to the website, you have the software, and here there is a note, because it's demo, that about it, and that you can send me. Here is my link and phone, and you can send me notes, and I will add to my notes that I need to update, and I will update the software even in this website link. That's currently, maybe it's temporary. I used what I had, and it's on the web already. So when we open the website, you can choose. You have the piece you will play, and then it will be. You can choose 4 quarters. It can be. You have tempo. It can be 3 quarters, and whatever you will decide, and then you will apply it. And now let's move with the 4 quarters, and we have here tempo. The tempo here on 80 BPM, you can change it, no problem, and apply. Now what we see here, it's the when we will want to play it, it will be by channels, and then we can play all together. You can save the project and play and compose and play whenever you want. You can load it again and save it again, and another file, no problem, and to work with this. So what is the Divi language? What we see here, it's an example for the Divi language notations. Here we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. What we have here basically, it's the do major scale, and what we all know is very familiar to us: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. And then we have the note, that it's the note name, the octave we will play it, and then we have the duration we will play it, in this case quarter. So we could write it like that, quarter, a shortcut with Q, or we could write it also, by the way, you can play it, and then we will hear how it sounds. Sorry, here it's only example. I need to write it really that it will be, but we have this example we can copy paste. So there, in what we saw here, it didn't play because it's only example what you should write inside of the channel. That's a channel of the composer, and then we write the DV notes there. And here we copy paste this one, and we will want to play it. You see, do, mi, sol, do, do, sol, mi, do, and then it will play it. Nice. And then quarter can be written like that. It can be written as a friction, a quarter. It will play too, and then a friction, we said, a friction. So it will be like that, and then do, mi, sol, do, do, sol, mi, do. Nice. So that's example how it plays with notes. Now I had the example. First of all, I want to tell you that DV language also you can play the notes with other languages that it supports. Also right to left languages that you can play from left to right. But in this example, you have these languages are left to right languages, and you can play no problem. If I would like to, I could play it with Chinese, and that's what we see here. So here it's also the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do in Chinese, and if we want to play it, fa, sol, la, si, do, you play it from the Chinese. Here we did repeat, so it played twice. So that's the DV language, that's the magic basically. In this case, we can play in the DV language also by musical degrees. Musical degrees, we need to understand which musical scale we will play, like the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, it's the do major scale. So we go to do major scale, yeah? And then we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's write it, for example. Yeah, we can, no problem, we can have it like that. 1, 2, 3, only let's shortcut it, not to play so much. 4, and then we move on to what we have here. Sorry. Oops, I start to do problems here, but here now it will be okay. 4, and then do, re, mi, fa. Yeah, do. If we go on C, on do major scale, and we play the first note, the second note, the third note, degree, sorry, the first degree, the second degree, that is the second note, the third degree, and the fourth degree, it will be do, re, mi, fa. And then that's what it will play, do, re, mi, fa, and then it continue. We tell it, play now chord, the first degree, third degree, and fifth degree, it's the chord do major. And then you have the second chord that it's first, fourth degree, sixth degree, eighth degree, or first. Yeah, it's like to say 8. We could have here, and then it will play it as a chord. Yeah, that it's the second chord on the scale. Now let's give it a chance. Here it's a degree by octave. And then octave minus 1, the first degree. So it's like to say the first degree of the octave that it's before the first octave. So no problem, you see, it plays it all. And then with languages, I could play with more languages. There is Chinese. You know what? I love to play also with Korean language, because look, such a beautiful language, also Chinese. And the music of the language of the K-pop, also Japanese, other Russians, people here, this is how to write do in Russian. And it will play to you like that. The truth, yeah, it will play. We will show you example how it play, you don't believe. And that's the beautiful, that's the magic. Now we just can add another channel. We will add channel. So I added 2 more channels, to also that we can play in Russian. And this is in Korean, and it will play it. Now I can choose different instrument, for example the guitar, and play it like that. Here the sound's not so good because it's a demo version, but I hope to develop it more. I could play it also with viola, for example. Now we said we play Russian, so let's play it in Russian language. No problem. Russian also works. And that's the beauty of the Divi language. It's multiple languages. You can play with a lot of languages, and because how it is with this text, and it will play, no problem. And with time I will add more languages here. It can cover the entire languages exist here. And what's written here that it plays now? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Written in Russian. And before we saw it's written in Korean. And it play. And we can play all the channels together. And before we saw in Chinese. Or by musical degrees on the sol, on the do major scale. We can change the major scale to minor scale. And then do minor scale it will play it like that. And the chords will be also minor chords. Beautiful. We can go to G, for example, sol, and then it will be G minor now. That's on musical degrees. And if I want it on the major, no problem. Then it will play it on the major. So that's the beauty of it. Now we can play all together, all the channels together. We can save it, as I told you, we can export. Let's play. So that's what we can do. Now, Divi language is amazing. I wrote with the AI, entire book of, I wrote few articles, and I wrote entire book of theory, music theory with Divi language. And then you can check the book, search it on the web. It's called Music Theory with Divi Language. You see, by Kolton-Yehuda, MKR, Mesaheking RKY, with assistance of AI, also ChatGPT in this case. And we wrote together the book and I publish it. And you can go to the web and search it. Again, Music Theory with Divi Language. And it's a theory book, music theory book, that cover the music theory, but with the Divi language that we love. And the beauty with Divi language, you have the degrees, musical degrees, and it also, it's very nice that we can study theory with the musical degrees. Also this I can update. It's something I did very quick with the AI, but I can do it better. And here, why we go to the book? Because here we have chapter 21, there are the masterpieces written in Divi language. So I already had a masterpiece that I copy-paste from here, and we can listen to it. And this I can, for example, export everything. By the way, I can export to MIDI, I can export to PDF, I can export as an MP3. For example, if I export it to PDF, I would see the notes in PDF. And then let's do it. For example, I go and I export print channel PDF, and it will show me in PDF the Divi language notes. Here it's piano, so you have right hand and left hand. Because piano, we have two sets of right hand and left hand, and that's what we see. Sorry, and that's sorry, that's another PDF. That's mathematics that I study now, you see, but it was in Hebrew written. It's we saw the chapters. If you speak Hebrew, now I want to study computers and software engineering. First degree I want in the Technion in Israel. So I started to study, that's mathematics, you see in Hebrew, that's the chapters. And that's, for example, functions and equations, whatever, graphs, whatever, blah, 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 vectors, trigo. So that's what's written here, but that's another story. So sorry for that. And that's why we saw it here. So you can see you can export it to PDF. And for example, if I want, I could export it to MIDI, and then I could use this MIDI in different MIDI player. For example, I want to play it in a music studio software, whatever, something like that, music editor software, and to use the MIDI that I composed with Divi language, and I can just export it to MIDI, and I will have the MIDI file, and I can also listen to it with the player, for example, of the media. Okay. Now I have here drums too. MIDI language also play drums. And that's what you see here, kick, snare, kick. So you have the entire Divi language guide. So I suggest you to check the guide and to play from that. All of this we could play. You see hi-hats. We could play together in the same channel. We can play in different channels. You can, if you wrote few channels together, now it will be a bit mess. You can play it all the channels that open now that I played together, and I can like that also export or whatever, and I will have it. So now it's a completely you can say headache, a mess, but that's how it is. And we could also play it all, no problem. And we can export, we can save again and load. So I will also publish it with the link that you can get to the composer. And again, we can listen to what we export, the MIDI from the Divi language. And we can listen to it from here, that it sounds very nice, and we can listen to it from here with the sounds that exist in the software now, currently. And like that I will finish the video, and I will tell you goodbye. But I didn't show you that we can play also chords, for example, like we play notes and degrees and all this, we can play the chords. Here we have C major, Fa major. You can write major, you can delete the major. You can have a diminish, for example, C major. Let's have here B diminished. That is also dim, yeah? And it will play. And that's the beauty. You can play even chords as chords, you can play it as degrees, by notes, you have percussions. So enjoy the Divi language composer and the Divi language itself. And I love you people. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you very much. I love you. Thank you for listening and see with me the video of the Divi language. We finish like that. Enjoy the life. Thank you people. Amen. Only good things for us, huh? All over the world, all over the universe. I love you people. Thank you. So here we finish. Thank you. Enjoy.